old Bartlett just kept aggravating Matt, kept aggravating him, and I seen, you know, he would get a little bit rough, you know, and maybe ticked at the shade. Not falling out ticked, I don't mean that. But he was starting to rough. Pretty soon Matt just grabbed Aaron and throwed him right on his head. I didn't know whether Matt could do it or not, but he sure as the world did do it. It was about like the day down here.
Yeah. Aaron, he's a dandy.
Oh, yeah.
How?
I laughed the other day about the day he had the rabbit in the brush pile. And old Jill went in there and brought it out and brought it over there to us. I started to holler there, and he said, let him look for the damn thing. Remember that?
Yeah. Yeah.
He looked and looked and looked. Between you and me one said, is this what you're looking for? You, son.
Yeah, your dog brought it back.
I think so, yeah.
How many did we kill that day, Dick?
I think we killed, around 20, 25, I don't know.
We killed
had
several.
a good time.
Yeah, I've still got that picture on my computer of Aaron laying there on the ground with his dogs.
Oh, yeah.
He tries to tell me.
We'd lay there and visit. And Bartlett and shoot one, get one ahead of you.
Yeah.
I told the guy that the Trent said, well, I better go down there and kill a rabbit. He's caught up with me. You go down, kill a couple, and come back up and lay on the ground and visit a while.
It's some good running up there, Dick.
Oh, man, we had some good times. We enjoyed that.
Yeah.
Who the hell did? Yeah.
How long have you had rabbit dogs, Dick?
How long have I had them? Oh, my God. Well, really, I've actually had dogs. As far as dogs, I've had them since I was just a little kid, like, I don't know, 7, 8 years old. I can remember Dad had dogs, and we'd finally get one of our own, you know, and kind of the way most kids do. But to really be in the big old business, I probably was back in the, heck, I don't know, Trent, probably the 70s, something like that, when I got into the registered dogs and stuff. Before that, I just more or less had a beagle. You didn't have to even be all beagle.
Right.
As long as he's run a rabbit, find a rabbit. And,
who got you started, Dick?
Well, actually, my dad was a fox hunter. And he was a coon hunter originally, and then he went to the fox dogs. About the time I come along big enough to hunt, deal had to happen at night. And then you know, we grew up, we was pretty poor. There were 7 of us kids, and you know, we hunted actually for something to eat. I was going to remember Mom saying, well, said, you boys better go hunting. We're getting low on meat. And so we'd take the dad and give us so many shells. If he give you 3 shells, you better get 3 squirrels or quail or whatever you could see. You better have something for each shell. I was kind of the way. And so I just kind of grew up hunting that way. I had a brother. He didn't hunt very long, but he did hunt some. And just different ones. I'd have to say my dad probably had as much to do with it as anybody, but done a lot of hunting by myself, too, when I was a kid and then on up the line.
How long did you competition hunt, Dick?
Let's see, I probably started competition hunting in, I'd say in the 70s. About the time I started out with, there I go, I can't think of names again, but I started out, I had a couple of great dogs, and I registered them with ARHA, and they done real well. And then that was probably back in the middle 70s, I'd say, maybe early 80s. And then I, you know, kept getting a little more AKC registered dogs. And and on up the line. So I would say late 70s, early 80s.
What all formats have you competed in?
How's that?
What all formats have you competed in?
Oh, ARHA, of course, and UKC. ARHA was a little pack. And then I went to, what do they call that? Tournament performance pack, isn't it?
Progressive pack.
Whatever. Progressive pack, yeah. And then UKC in progressive pack and the hunting beagle.
Yeah.
Not too much in that hunting beagle, mostly.
Will you compete any this year?
I haven't been to a trial. I guess I haven't been to a trial for 2 years at least.
Yeah.
Trent. My wife, Myrna, she had kind of a stroke here. I guess it's actually been a couple of years ago, and I have to stay pretty close to home.
Yeah.
And so
that happens.
Keep some dogs here. Keep some dogs here and run them here at home.
What's some of the pitfalls you've seen in the sport, Dick? Some problems you've seen that needs to be fixed?
Well, I guess maybe, a lot of these dogs are pretty wild. They get them, they run pretty rough.
You wouldn't be...
I like a dog that runs pretty clean, actually.
Yeah. You wouldn't be saying my dogs are rough, would you, Dick?
Well, I've had dogs get rougher than yours, but I can't say that I necessarily like them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I tell you, they've got these dogs bred up so much better than they used to be. Guys start, I think we all done it. We all wasted a lot of time on some dogs that we didn't need to because there's a lot of good blood out there, and I used to fight them dogs till they was 2 or 3 years old, and why wouldn't I just got rid of them and got me another young dog? And you could straighten some of them out, but there are a lot of them times you can't fix it. It's just you'll fight it and try it, but they've got these dogs bred pretty good now.
Yeah. What's the most What's the most memorable cast you've ever been out on, Dick?
Land. Oh. I suppose that would have been a cast, and it would have been an AKC when I won the AKC hunt up there in Iowa, in central Iowa. I might be off some on the time, but I do remember that my dog, the last round, I think there was four or five dogs in that cast anyway, whatever there was, and they picked them up down to 2 dogs, and the dogs actually run 5 hours. They looked at them that long. And I can remember we had 2 dogs left. My dog, the lady female I had, and this other fella. And the judges said, I want you to take those dogs and work them just down through these briars. And he said, we just can't pick a dog. And anyway, we hunt them dogs 5 solid hours. They were tuckered, and I was lucky enough to win it. I had a nice dog, too, and so did the other guy. But
what was Lady out of, Dick? My phone just quit.
Yeah.
I lost you there, Dick. What was the lady?
Yeah, that thing went dead. That phone, it was so dead it went off.
What was that lady female out of, Dick?
She was a Branco bred female. She went back to, believe with Alibaba, pretty close. And let's see. Oh boy, I wish I could think of Branco's. She was Branco bred. I do know that. I haven't got her paper here in front of me, but
yeah,
she was strictly Branco bred on both sides.
Right.
You know, I got her from a boy over at we used to. I talked to him here a while back. What was his name?
Mike Reinhardt.
Well, Mike. Yeah, I got her from Mike. When he had her, and I tell you, when she was about a year old, she's just like a goofy dog, and she was one that come out. That was the hardest hunting dog I ever seen in my life. I mean, she'd find a rabbit where there couldn't be any. She just
Walmart parking lot.
Yeah, yeah, she could about do that. If you turned her loose, she'd find a rabbit.
Yeah. Was that the best cast you ever saw, Dick?
That was a good cast, I'll tell you. I've seen some. Oh my land. Let's see. Oh my. Nice turnip, Trent. Oh yeah, that little. I've seen a lot of good casts. You know, in all the years that I went, there was a heck of a lot of good casts out there, and I've seen a lot of good dogs go, I'll tell you.
What's the best dog, Dick, bar none? I don't care if you started it. What's the best dog you ever seen?
Well, the best dog I ever really seen run a rabbit and run it the way I like to see it run would have been Dreamboat. He was out of Turbo, and
he was out of Turbo and Larson's Copper.
Yeah. That was the best driving dog I ever seen. He wasn't the fastest dog I ever seen. This dog I got now reminds me an awful lot of him. Was
he better than Showboat, to your opinion?
For me, he was. Showboat was an awful good dog, too. Showboat was faster and didn't run near quite as smooth. Showboat, he'd get out on a limb sometimes, but he was a nice dog, too. Just different type of dogs. Dreamboat, he could care less what the rest of the pack done. He just done what he had to do, and that was it. Was Showboat. He was an awful nice hound.
Dick, me and Tony's still running the dog that you started for us, and he's 13 years old.
Is that old dog still alive?
Yeah, that Rambler dog.
Yeah, Rambler.
Remember, we had Rambler and Jet, and you started them both, that one, and you started the Stone dog that I used to own.
Yep, I sure do.
But,
yeah, I like that Rambler dog. He was a nice dog as a young dog. Yep.
He ended up in the Hall of Fame and made Grand Rapids champion.
Yeah, I kind of followed him, in the magazine all his life. Just for that reason, I was kind of interested in him. And, he's a nice dog. He done a lot of good work, and he won a lot of hunts.
Yeah, he done good.
If he went to a hunt, he'd just about get part of it. Just all the way to it, he'd get part of it.
Have the style of hounds changed a lot, Dick, from when you first started?
I'd say that they changed, I think, for the better. I think that they've changed some. I think they slowed them down. I think they got them where they run a little smoother line than they used to. And I tell you, they've done an awful good job breeding these beagles, I think.
Yeah.
They're just so much different than they used to be, if you can get a good bred beagle now and bring him home and just take him hunting and keep him on rabbits, it'll just be there. You don't have to do much to it.
Right. What's your opinion, Dick, of a proven hound? What would that, if I ask you what a proven